After the three of them get home, they split off to attend to their own business. Masaharu's probably going to study his arse off for hours on end like usual. Natsume's got work. Shu, who turned down a group date invitation earlier in the day, decides to nap in his room for a bit before dinner. Which means we can go around looking for mementos. Ah! So in comments in the last few videos, there have been at least 3 or 4 people who have asked, I wonder where Kyosuke is. Hopefully this answers your question. Looking slightly evil. When he opens the door to his and Chiaki's room, however, Shu's startled to find Kyosuke sitting on the bed as carelessly and naturally as if he too lived in the room with them. Oh hey there, Shu, sup? Which means sup! You've travelled back in time! You know this is a really weird thing to be seeing. Kyosuke is absently flipping through a magazine that had been lying around. After turning to one particular page, he makes an annoyed face and holds the magazine up for Shu to see. I dread to think. Yeah, it's a fashion magazine, of course it is. You kids actually wear this kind of stuff? Oh, come on, pot kettle black, mate. Look at you! I've said all I can about your suit. It looks ridiculous. It's like Jaws 3D. Ugh. Yes, we do. I think what Kyosuke is wearing is way weirder than any of that. Some do, I guess. I don't really pay attention to what's in fashion or whatever, though. Anyway, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I hate it when people say that. I don't really pay attention to whatever is in fashion. It's what they sell in the shops. Unless you're custom ordering things from weird places, you are wearing fashion. I hate to break it to you, laddie. Oh, you don't seem happy to see me. It's not that, but what if someone else sees you? She was quite blasé about that outcome, of course. Just, You don't think I'd check before travelling to your time? I'm hurt. Surely you've realised by now that it's best to scope things out in stealth mode before actually going somewhere in action mode. True. Last time they met, Kyosuke put in a lot of emphasis on science and precision. He doesn't seem like the type to trip up or make a careless mistake. If he's here, it must mean that no one else will be bothering us for a while. Dear God, that must be dull. That must be really boring for him. You know? Like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. You know how it is. Like, just gonna sit here for an hour and see if anyone comes. God, time travelling does not seem as glamorous as it once did. Anyway, I just wanted to come by and thank you for your help. You did a great job changing the past and saving your brother. Thanks, I was really worried though. It was a lot of stuff to process, you know? Yeah, I can understand that, but now your brother's fine and things are almost as they should be. Almost? You're a smart kid, Shu. Surely you knew things that aren't... things aren't over yet. I don't know when or where or how, but something else is bound to happen. So, you and Natsume haven't found the killer yet? Nope, you have no idea how hard that is, how hard we've been trying. You just go back to that Surely you haven't lost the memento as well? Oh god, they're fucking incompetent. Yeah, I get that, but how can they keep hiding like this? Don't you have to return to the present after an hour? Sure, but the killer could have just hide while in action mode and then keep time traveling over and over even after they've returned to the present. The length of the time that they're actually in our present could be very short. Basically, they could be anywhere. How are you supposed to deal with something like that? Exactly. There's an awkward silence for a little while. Did he have something else he wanted to talk about? Before Shu even has a chance to open his mouth, however, Kyosuke speaks up. By the way, what is it? Have you been using the time machines for things unrelated to the case? Should I just tell him the truth? If he already knew, he wouldn't be asking, right? I mean, yeah, I had to test it out. Like, get my bearings. Oh no, we did do it after, didn't we? Yeah, in fact, we exclusively dicked around with it after. Other than that first time. We'll tell him the truth, it's fine. There's no reason not to. Shu hesitates as he tries to think of the response that will get him in the least amount of trouble. Still, I don't want to piss off the guy who helped me save Masaharu. Maybe I should just tell him? Yeah, I used it a few times after you gave it to me, just to test it. Kyosuke narrows his eyes in suspicion. Okay, I might have used it to change some things here and there, but I mean, it's a time machine. How can I not use it? Oh, wait, we did go into active mode, didn't we? Yeah. I wonder if we should have waited. Kyosuke lets out a weary sigh, and Shu swears he hears him mutter typical teenagers under his breath. Using the time machine too much for trivial things isn't a good idea, you know. Why not? Do you realise that every time you use it, you're messing with the very fabric of time itself? It's one thing if you're just resetting to normal by saving your brother, but don't tell me you're using it to fix dumb things, like you not waking up on time. Come on, how stupid do you think I am? Kisuke rolls his eyes, seeming unconvinced. Well, I'm not going to police with what you do with the time machine. I couldn't even if I wanted to, but try to be careful, alright? Don't go stepping on butterflies when you don't have to. What do butterflies have to do? The butterfly effect! Fuck off! Everyone knows what the butterfly effect is, don't they? I'm gonna have to Google it to make sure it's not one of those really weird niche things. No, I put in butterfly and effect is the first thing that comes up. It's because it's a movie that came out in 2004, which is apparently quite good. Okay, other than that... Oh, now I'm just unsure. Do you guys know what the butterfly effect is? Ah, shit. Alright, it might be one of those weird niche things that only I've heard of. What do butterflies have to do anything here? Maybe you'll figure it out someday. Anyway, try to stick to the matter on the at hand, okay? Just as Shu starts to wonder about whether there's anything he could do to help their search, he recalls that he had something important to ask Kisuke about. Hey, Kisuke? Yeah? Well, to save Masaharu, I used this store receipt memento, right? But afterwards it disappeared. What do you mean disappeared? Exactly what I said. I know I didn't delete it, but it's not in my inventory anymore. I thought it might help you and Natsume with your investigation, but I lost the actual receipt too, so now I can't scan it again. Never heard of this happening before. But there's things that could have caused it. Time travel is pretty new technology. It could just be a bug. Or someone could have nicked it. Someone could have come back to this time because it has to be one of us who knows all about this. From the future, come back, nicked it, you can't do anything more anytime, and now you won't know who I am. Ta-da! Or it's just like a demonstration. There's 1,000 different things it could be. Why are they just assuming it's a fault with the technology? Damn you people! This answer doesn't really satisfy Shu, but seeing as there's no other explanation, there's not much he can say in protest. What do you mean there's no... whatever. What if I really need a memento later and it just disappears again? I wouldn't worry about it. Time and space are vast, Shu. There are probably many different mementos you could use to achieve what you want to. Still, I think it could have helped you guys out. Then you might be able to see who the killer is. Listen, Shu, whoever the killer is, one thing we do know is that they're from the future, from my time. They're probably armed and highly dangerous. You shouldn't mess with them. Focus on what you can do. Save people. Your brother and I will take care of the rest from our side. If you try to play hero, you could end up dead, and then who would help us? I mean, you have mementos to come back. Basically, there's no reason why it had to be me who saved Masaharu. It could have just been Kyosuke who went up to Masaharu and tried to block him, or even just fake kidnap him somewhere else, you know? That's a bit... Just hold him up. Walk up to him being like, "Hi sir, sorry, can I have your autograph?" You know, anything like that. Whatever. Kisuke sounds way more serious than usual. I'm sure he's dealing with way more than I am. You're right, sorry, I wasn't thinking. I guess it's a good thing the memento disappeared, really, because if I still had it, I would have used it again to take a look. You have to be very careful about that. Don't assume you'll be safe just because you're in stealth mode. What do you mean, don't assume That's a eerie thing. Are you going to explain that? Huh? Why not? If they can't see me, they can't... I'm sure the killer has realised by now that we've meddled in their plans. I wouldn't be surprised if they're watching us right now somehow. What if they travel in action mode to when you're time travelling somewhere in stealth mode? Then while you're watching their past self, they could ambush you. Isn't that common sense? The complicated logic makes Shu's head hurt just trying to comprehend it. Oh come on, it's not that difficult. we haven't got like 4 or 5 sort of people all fighting each other and like 3 of them are the same people yet. Like, we're fine. But that kind of logic never ends. What if they ambush me before I ever see them? That's exactly my point. You have to be prepared for the worst of all times. Don't take time travel or this killer lightly. All of your actions have consequences. Shu has the impression that he's being talked down to, which annoys him a bit. It's because you are being talked down to. I'm not stupid, you know. I never once thought this was a game or took any of this stuff lightly. My brother was killed, remember? All kids try to puff themselves up and act mature, do they? You still have a lot of growing up to do, Shu, but you're the only one who can help us right now, so do try to stay alive, okay? Fine. It looks like my time has run out. I'll let you know via the time machine if anything comes up, okay? Be careful. With that, Kyosuke vanishes. Shu sits down on his bed, suddenly tired out. He showed up and then just left just like that. All this must be getting to him too. He might be kind of preachy, but Kyosuke must be a decent guy if he can get along with Natsume. I know firsthand how hard that is. We haven't actually seen proof that he is with Natsume. Its sentences like, but Kyosuke must be a decent guy if he can get along with Natsume. We don't know whether that's true or not. Okay, different theory here. He could be some evil guy from the future, hence why he looks like a futuristic Tron participant, and doesn't know Natsume. He's stolen something from Natsume. And then he wants to gain our trust? It's a very roundabout way to do it. But you know what I mean? There could be a billion different things. With great timing, Chiaki walks in mere minutes after Kyosuke's departure. This is going to be from Kyosuke, isn't it? Click on the new message. You should keep your eyes peeled for now, Shu. I'm sure something's going to happen sooner or later, and it'll be better if you're prepared. Okay, thank you, buddy. I shall try and take that into account. He looks really tired. I guess meeting his grandmother seriously wore him out. I'm not that close to my grandparents, but I still know better than anyone what it's like having family issues. Chiaki? Shu, I didn't notice you there. Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. Not... Of course you are. You're not even looking. Your eyes are just dead shut. And makes you didn't bang into the door. Not long ago, Shu might have just left it at that, but after what he's been through lately, he can't help but want to reach out a little. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to at all with Chiaki. God damn it. Want to talk about it? To be completely honest, no, not really. Even though I really want to know, it'll just make him angry if I try to pry too much. I'm sure he just needs some time to himself. Whatever he talked to his grandmother about, I guess it was pretty serious. Don't... I mean, come on. More than a week goes by and Chiaki remains in a fairly dark mood. I've never seen Chiaki like this before. He's not angry or depressed, at least I don't think so, but something's obviously bothering him. I have a feeling that he's anxious about something and I don't know what that something is. Chiaki is increasingly absent from their walks home and most days Shu comes back to an empty room. When asked, Chiaki will say that he's been at his grandmother's but nothing more. He's been secretly plotting against us. Okay, got it. He is the equivalent of Darth Vader. Chiaki's not coming with us today either, is he? I didn't mean to hit skip. Let's, Alt doesn't work again with clicking off, apparently. Natsume shakes his head. He had to go to his grandmother's again. Is she sick or something? Normally he hates going there. He still does, but every time he comes back with one of those visits, he's always in a really bad mood. I think his grandmother's health is alright. There must be another reason. He said she's been a lot nicer to him than usual, so I wonder what could be upsetting him so much. Well, he hasn't talked about it at all, so she might not be being nice anymore. Just a thought. So there's things about Chiaki even you don't know, Natsume. I don't think he's obligated to tell me everything about his life. There's plenty he doesn't know about me too. I wonder about that. You're such an open book, Natsume. Even if you don't tell Chiaki anything, he'll probably figure you out. You think so? Yeah, you're a terrible liar and you can't keep a poker face to save your life. I'm being underestimated quite a bit, aren't I? For good reason, I'd say. Everyone has things they can't tell other people. I'm sure Chiaki's got things he'd rather we not know too. True. Anyway, that's enough talk about Chiaki. I feel like we're talking behind his back, and I don't really like it. You are talking behind his back. That is exactly what you're doing. You were the one saying the most about him. Yeah, fucking tell him. The three of them walked the rest of the way home in silence. It's an ambiguous place to cut it off. Oh god, here we go. Brother. A cold white hand reaches for him from the water once more. Shu surrenders himself to her and falls over the side of the bridge, no longer caring what happens next. Did we hypothesize this in a previous episode that I think this could be us saving the sister or taking the place of the sister? It could be something like that. I'm not quite sure how it gels together yet or how we get there, but I think this is what this might be. There is no oxygen, there is no feeling. The water embraces him, surrounds him. Around him, the water's colour slowly takes on a hint of red. But Where are you? It's so cold. I'm here. Where are you? Darkness presses in from all sides. Yeah, I've said this before, I think, but the way these are drawn, it looks like it's still illuminated. It's just like a blue filter over it with dark outside. I mean, I don't see any lamps that would be sort of illuminating the wall like this. Yeah. Early Saturday morning, Shu pulls himself out of bed after yet another recurrence of the nightmare he's been having on and off for a while. What's this all about? Oh, come on, you're drowning! How did your sister die? Was it in a car? Was it a car crash? Was it near a river? It doesn't take a genius. It's like he's lost in a fog. The more he tries to think about the dream, the less he remembers about it. Right, that's slightly awkward. Frustrated, Shu glances at his watch, 4 a.m. Though he figures he should get back to sleep, Shu tosses and turns for a while and realizes he's unable to do so. Sighing and silently grousing to himself lest he wake up Chiaki, Shu pulls himself out of bed and decides to see if he can't get himself a pre-breakfast snack from the kitchen. Once he gets there, however, he's startled to find that Yukinari has beaten him to it. Oh. Morning, Shu. Don't be so surprised to see me. I always get up at this hour, other than those times I haven't gotten up at this hour.